homeschool moms. Welcome to this week's episode of the Homeschool Well podcast. Jenny and I are both here today.
Hello.
And last week we did a member exclusive podcast. So this week we want to treat you right off the bat. You podcast listeners, you're so amazing. You're doing such great things, homeschool moms. And we want to see you. We want more of you. We invite you to join the Well community on our website, and we want to give you 50% off the first month. Use the code podcast50 to celebrate how you are not going to homeschool alone. I was
Yes.
thinking about that this week, Jenny.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's our enemy. We don't want these mamas homeschooling alone,
No.
especially in the name of Jesus, because,
Mhm.
that's where Satan thinks he has us
Right.
when we're alone, right?
Yeah.
So get with some community. Hey, listen, if it's not our community, we totally
Yeah.
understand. But that's why we built this thing, so that you can come and gather around the well with us and Jesus, right?
Yeah.
We meet, we pray for you. You can just direct message us in our forum. It's private, secure. You can be vulnerable there.
Mhm.
It's okay to ugly cry.
Yeah.
So use the code podcast50. The first month will only be $13.50 with that code.
Mhm.
And we would just love to have you there with us. And we celebrate you for all the hard work you do. And we want to support you even more.
Absolutely.
So today, yes. So today we're continuing our little series here on Homeschool Made Easy, simple strategies for everyday success. And this is going to be quick tips on how to help your children learn well.
Mhm.
And I'm going to go over the points real quick, and then we're going to go into a little bit of detail. Number one is moving throughout the day, creating routines, why that's important. Number two would be short bursts of educational activities and learning topics. Number three is going to be adding movement throughout the day and why it is more than okay to help your kids move around while they're learning.
Perfect.
Yeah, all these points have some research-based backup.
Mhm.
Is that the word I want to say?
Sure.
It's not just us telling you
No.
this. We found real science, man, real science. And then we'll give you, like we said, that sample of how our days went using all of these strategies.
Mhm.
So let's start with number one. How about moving throughout the day and establishing routines? Let me get to it on the slides. Oh, and I didn't tell you, when you become a member of the Well, this is a pre-recorded workshop in our community. And so you can access this anytime you want. We're just speaking from it today, but it is pre-recorded with both of our voices and all of the slides and everything. So that's what we're
Yeah.
going to be referencing. So the first thing is why routines matter.
Yes.
And this is from an educational psychologist.
Mhm.
Dr. Erica Bachneck is from Wayne State University, and she says children feel better and stable and anchored when they can expect what's coming. They know the routine. Then inside of that routine, moms can be flexible,
Right.
right?
Yeah, that's so good.
Mm,
I had
thank you, Dr.
Yeah,
Erica.
right. Having routines is so important in your day. I think it helps kids trust you. It keeps power struggles away. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to we don't
Yes.
have to decide every day we're doing this. Oh no, we're doing this. And then people are arguing with
Hmm.
you. It's like these are the things that are non-negotiable throughout our day. And everyone's different. I had some years where my days were like really structured because I was working and homeschooling. But there were certain things, even if you didn't have a very tightly structured day, you had routines that you did that your kids knew they could rely on and expect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you're not always like you said, the bad guy. You everyone is answering to the routine
Yeah.
and the schedule,
Yeah.
right? It's like, but it says we're doing this, and so, why are we going to sit here? I'm not arguing with it. Let's go.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's check it off the list. Let's go have some
Yeah,
fun doing
we
it.
don't have to
Yeah,
negotiate this every day. We're just moving on. And not
that's
to
right.
not to have a routine be a burden to you where you feel like it's so heavy I have to
No.
adhere to this, but to just help it guide your day and keep it flowing.
Yeah, and you know how we homeschooled. We were out and about so much. So when we came back, I still did have the structured routine, or the kids like leaned into their way of making their own.
Yeah.
like I said this to Jenny before we started recording. My son used to make a little, he liked having on his piece of paper, this is what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
Well, it came from the core routine of, on whatever Tuesday, we're going to do, I don't know, history and language arts,
Right.
and math is for Wednesday with the other thing,
Right.
or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Math and science are on Wednesday. So, then if we skipped and did some outing, we'd come back and get back into the flow. There's no like,
Mhm.
oh gosh, what do we do now?
Right.
Like, no, we always go back to our little routine, and we mix it up if we need to. But
It's good.
we are not going to, like you said, spend an hour in the morning talking about why we need to do math. It's on the
That's
routine. Let's
right. We're
go.
going. Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Point two is short bursts of activity. So short educational time frames.
Yeah. Yeah, not sitting there having your kids work in workbooks for like 30, 40 minutes like on these things. We had a homeschool mom before who was telling us like her reading lessons were lasting like an hour. And we were like, "Oh no, girl. Like stop. Like 10 minutes. This kid is 6, 5 minutes, something quick."
Even,
Yeah.
yeah, even when they get older,
Yeah.
like if you really look at this, from the study that's in the workshop,
Sure.
it says kindergartners, and it's from kqed.org.
Mhm.
And it was about kindergartners. So they did 5 to 7 minute lessons, and those kids are 5 to 7 years old.
Right.
And you always hear this like your kid should be in timeout 1 minute for his
Right.
age.
Yeah.
And so, even like, think about this, my boy is 17 years old
Mhm.
right now, right? And we've come back to this homeschooling, like real, I am giving him assignments, yeah, right? I can totally see how 17 minutes, like, that's his max,
I know.
even at that age.
Well,
I mean, a lot of high school classes and college classes, they're like an hour and a half, and he's just not in it right now. So, you know what I mean? You got to, even, I know this we're talking about younger kids, right? And our mindset always goes back to that with these short bursts of topics. But I really think that if your kid is older and they need that, you need to keep that in mind,
yeah. Well,
right?
I can't how long can you sit and listen to something?
Exactly.
I would say even sermons are like 30 minutes, the church service is
Oh,
a little
right?
yeah.
I have to color. I have to bring different markers every week. I have a little bag that
Uh-huh.
has all these things that help me color. My Bible has pages in it to color. And then I still find myself like, oh man, what did he just say?
Right, drifting off.
Right?
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
distracted. Yeah, even
Short
adults.
bursts.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the way
Mhm.
to go for sure. Just 5, 15 minutes so that your kid
20
yeah,
if your kid is older.
right.
And the research that we talk about in the workshop, though, is fascinating. These kids made so much
Mhm.
progress over a span of a few months,
Mhm.
just only doing 5 to 7 minute phonics
Yeah.
lessons. Crazy. Okay. And so, in the third point, within these short bursts, you're meshing them together, but in between and maybe even inside of these things, you are letting your kid move.
Yes.
What? Are you serious, Jenny?
Yeah, this
This
is
is
what
like
we're
not.
talking about, like, to stay awake, stand up, I don't know, my kids would be on the couch, like, hanging upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, every time we would read
Yes.
aloud.
Upside
Oh,
down.
yeah, we used to read
Mm.
aloud at night before my kids went to bed, and my son had a bunk bed, and he was, like, doing flips on the bars, like, under the bunk bed as
Yes.
we were reading.
You had a mini trampoline in your
We
house. I
did.
had those big blow up exercise
Yeah,
balls. My boy would just use the chair as some kind of, I don't know. Now he's a ninja, so I understand why he loved to be upside down.
yeah,
Even as an infant, when you were holding him as an infant, he would lunge off of you,
yeah,
like with his legs off your chest, and you had to like make sure you were paying attention and caught him, or he would just like do a back dive right off your
yeah.
body.
No, kids need to
And
move. Yes,
it's okay, and, like, my girl would climb the tree and read.
yes.
And even now, like, why I said he's 17, he's really doing true homeschooling. He's laying on the bed. He is, he'll get up and go be near the cat and pet the cat while he's trying to do the thing. And, very rarely is he sitting at the table or at his desk in such a way that it looks like he's being, like, so studious. So when Jenny and I taught in her classroom together last semester, whenever it was
Last
very
year.
recent,
Yeah.
but Yeah, last school year. Do you remember we had that one little sweetie pie? I loved him so much. And he like needed his own separate space to
Yes.
walk over to. Like we would put a chair there and he would be able to look out the window. And
Mhm.
it was like a closet, but it had a window. So it was kind of part of the classroom. But that was like his space. And some of the other kids utilized it as well
Yeah.
if they needed to. She didn't have hardly any room in her classroom, right? No extra
Yeah.
space. But we made it work for the kids that needed it. Like, it's fine. If you need to go listen while you're standing over there looking out the
Right.
window, I don't care.
That's right.
Just do it because otherwise you're distracting everybody.
Mhm.
Yes, stand up. So put the kids that need to stand up. If you have a lot of kids and some of your kids like want to be sitting and some of your kids want to be jumping around, put them behind the sitters,
So
or
they're
just
not
tell them, go
distracting.
do it. Yes, go do it in a place over there that won't distract your sister who wants to sit right in front. I mean, okay. I'm not just saying it's only boys, but
No, it's not only boys, but I only had
it's
boys.
not.
And as a
Absolutely not.
teacher, boys are the ones that typically need this. It's usually not girls, even though there have been some girls, but for sure.
Hey, it happens. Hey, listen, this is where I also need to plug why being in the membership is so good
Yeah.
because I have taught a jump rope class for
Oh, right.
years. And in the membership, I teach the kids, it's a kids class. So I teach your kids how to do invisible jump rope.
Yes. They can do that
They can
anywhere.
jump anywhere. They're not going to break your lamps because they put the jump rope in their hand magically, automagically, and it's invisible. And they can practice these tricks. I teach them tricks in the video, and they can be over there, out of sight from the one who wants to sit still, and doing their little jump rope moves while they're listening. And if you've never done this, I'm sure moms you have, but if you haven't, and you're like, "How is my kid going to listen?" And no, I don't believe it. Trust us. It is so much easier for them when they have something else to like keep their brain occupied. I don't know. It's like a passive occupying because then they're actually engaged so much more with
Keeps
you.
your brain awake, I think. Like just like you were saying, like we color while during the sermon, it keeps your brain awake. Um,
Yeah.
and this research that we have in the actual class, it did say that it boosts recall, vocabulary, and it builds new brain cells while
Ooh,
you're
I
learning.
need that.
So I know, right? Don't we?
And this is from the University of North Carolina, Chapel
Hmm.
Hill, and it's on the
And
Learning
there's
Center.
tons
So
of,
all the references are in
yeah,
the
and there's tons
workshop.
of research on that too.
Yeah, movement is good.
Hmm.
So, all right, Jenny's going to talk about how to start the day really well because she did this super beneficial thing with her boys.
Yeah, I for a while I thought, oh, I was bribing my kids saying we'll be able to go outside once we get our work done. Well, I flipped it around because we were having issues, but we would go outside early in the morning. That was how we would start our
Interesting.
day. We would go to the park, ride bikes, or go climb trees or something like that, go for a walk. We were outside first thing in the morning, getting fresh air, moving our bodies. And then when we came back, we were able to sit down, eat breakfast, and kind of focus a little bit better. I used all the snacks and lunches and breakfast and all of that to do learning at that time. Like we would pray in the
Hmm.
morning, we would do our devotion during breakfast. So my kids were busy doing
Hmm.
something while they were listening, and
And they were
they were
eating, so their
eating.
mouths were
Yes, they
full.
couldn't, argue or backtalk or whatever. I mean, not that they did, but they were occupied. They were doing
Interject. They
something.
were,
Yeah,
yeah. And this was the best time for you to be able to do, like, if you want to put it in this terms, lecture. Like you could
yeah.
actually do your direct teaching because they are eating. And even though they're eating, they're still paying
They were
attention.
definitely listening. And the
And even more
exercise the
so.
exercise
Right.
also, like, boosted our moods in the morning. Like, it just got you up and you saw the
And out in
sun and
nature.
yeah, we were in nature at the park next to our house, and so
So that's what I was going to tell moms is don't feel pressured that you need to go to the park. Jenny
no.
lived right
Right,
by the
yeah,
park.
we
And
were
so that's
in the
why they took their
park,
bikes.
right.
Like you probably did maybe 45 minutes of this every day, right?
Sometimes
Sometimes a little longer.
sometimes it was longer. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can use your front yard. Do a little nature study
Yeah.
outside first thing, walk around the block. Like you don't have to make it a big giant
No.
burdensome
No, no,
outing
no.
in the
It
morning.
wasn't.
Just a quick get out and
Whatever is
breathe the fresh
best
air.
for your family. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I
Mhm.
love it. So remember, You want routine. It doesn't necessarily have to be time bound. Like we've seen some moms when we do evaluations where, I mean, they are literally down to the minutes, 9:10 to 9:20. This is what we're doing.
Right.
But if that's what floats your boat, go for it. But just don't let it be a slave to you.
Mhm.
Okay. And remember, you're creating rhythms, routines, and patterns. So your kids and you know what to expect, and there's no power struggle.
Mm.
Remember to keep your lessons and activities about 15 to 20 minutes max, or even less than that when you have little. So, example, there'd be a math lesson, playing with fraction pieces, so manipulatives, and then picking up a pencil and working on problems in a workbook. So, you're kind of varying things throughout. So, let's say, it's a 20-minute lesson. The first 5 minutes are going to be manipulatives, and you're switching to using a paper in the workbook, which is a little bit more hard on a kid and focused, right? You're doing that for maybe 7 to 10 minutes, and then do like maybe oral review. And then you're hitting all of the learning styles too. So you've done kinesthetic, you've done auditory. Yeah, I love that. I love this one. Alternate intense or difficult things with fun and less taxing subjects or topics, right?
Right.
So you're throwing in a little game after they do the really hard independent activity or having to really think hard. You're throwing in something fun,
Yeah. Afterwards, or
right?
changing subjects, like something like really technical like math, and then the next one is something like history, or do a read aloud or something like that, where you're not bunching all of your hard things all at one time.
Like, let's just sit there and I'm going to just keep throwing all these stuff things at you.
I'm just gonna
No, you got to
drill
mix it
it.
up.
Yeah.
I tell you what, 4-H meetings are so good at this because they have this whole flow. We're going to do focused work, focused topic stuff at our seats, and then we're going to do a game and we're going to move around the room, and then we're going to go back to focus, and then we're going to do some other game and we're going to move around the room.
Yeah.
So think about that with your kiddos. Schedule working with your kids for certain subjects or pair them with a helper. So if you need to go one on one, right, with one of your kids,
Mhm.
like that may be the time that they do their video lessons, the other kids,
Mhm.
right? Work that into your schedule so they know what to expect. When do I get to work with you? When do I get to work with you? And then Jenny already said this, that lunch or breakfast was paired with like read aloud or direct instruction time. I mean, you need to eat too. So it might not be every single time, but take advantage of those times when they might be more settled and quiet to do some direct instruction. But you can also use
I was
audiobooks or
just
any
gonna
other
say,
recorded,
yeah, we use like an
right?
Audible book at that time so that I could eat and I could relax, and yeah.
And some of these science and history curriculum,
Mhm.
they sell, or you can get access to for free if you buy the curriculum, the audio version of
Mhm.
some of the things, right?
Yeah.
It's very powerful. And then after lunch, what do? You have recess. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Move around.
And
Yeah.
and don't feel like, oh gosh, I'll never get them back. No, you guys are going to work, be a team, and you're answering to the schedule. And in the afternoon is always a good idea anyway to do less intensive activities, more hands-on
Mm.
things, the arts and craft stuff, or if you're doing nature study, art study, just project work
Yeah,
maybe.
science experiments, that kind of stuff in the afternoon that's more
Yes,
fun.
yes.
Save that stuff for the afternoons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's the day,
Mhm.
right? But I have to say this, because a lot of you who listen are on the PEP scholarship for Florida, or and you have to do this achievement testing. If you're testing your kid for anything, please test your kid in the
Oh, yeah.
morning. First thing in the morning. So I have tested kids. I feel so bad for them. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. One kid, it was like 5 o'clock. He's spinning around in his chair, eating his like dinner. He's trying to take this like serious achievement test. I'm like, no, please. Like morning time for tests or serious things that you need to get a grade for. Like if you're getting grades, mom, use first thing in the morning. And if you go outside in the morning, then just keep that routine, but do that when
Right
you come
after.
back,
Mhm.
right? Yes, that is the best time to structure those assessment type things that you want to do.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I think that's
Yeah,
it.
we hope this helps you and just helps you like think about your day. You don't have to drill everything, get it all done in the morning. Like you can enjoy yourself, have fun.
Stagger.
Yeah, like Kim always says, be
Yeah.
human. And you need to be human. You need to
Yeah.
eat, you need to have breaks, you need to get outside. Being outside is so good for you. So just
Yeah.
make it more of a relaxed day and don't feel like you have to do it after the public school or get everything done right away or drag it out 8 hours. Like, no, you
Mm-mm.
make it, yeah,
No.
this is your home. This is
Fun,
not an
enjoyable,
institution.
simple. That's
Yes.
right. Yes.
So,
Yes. All right. I love the visual of the moms taking advantage of all of these points. And I hope that we do get to see you in the well
yes,
this coming week with the code. Again, it is, what is it?
podcast 50.
Podcast
Mhm.
50 for 50% off your first month. Go to the homeschoolwell.com and click join now, and we will see you soon. And next week, tune in for another new episode on these points of how to make homeschooling easy and simple.
Yes. All right.
All right. Have a great
Talk
week.
to you later. Bye.
Bye bye.